Okay, cutie. Look at my Studley boy with his really spiked collar this morning. That was the last one of them to come in, and I think I'm liking this one the best. It fits him very well. It's a wee bit heavier than the one that had silver spikes that weren't really spiky. But these bronze ones, boy, they look badass, don't they? For my totally passive peacenik little dog. But like so many peaceniks, he's a peacenik that won't fucking back down either. Which dogs don't know size, therefore he would catch dead in a battle. So hopefully, particularly with bully breeds, which I love. This is nothing against bully breeds, that's what they are. They go for the throat. Many breeds do, but they go for the throat. Other predators, coyotes and such, they do as well, but they go for anything. As in every way, they are opportunists. Had a Rottweiler. I had a Rottweiler, so I absolutely love the breed. Has nothing to do with the dog. Rarely does. It has to do with irresponsible owners. Many years ago. Oh my God, was that really almost 40 years ago? Anyway, and my mother's, she'd gone international. It was her British husband. He had a Cocker Spaniel. Sweet little dog. However, Cocker Spaniels are a little notorious for thinking they're big dogs. And Sandy was no different. And anyway, the new neighbors had a Rottweiler that they, Bravo, let's do a thing, okay, let's go. I mean, I hated the life of the dog because it lived in a damn pen. I never saw the people out playing with Gretchen. She was a beautiful, beautiful dog. However, she was also right next door, no fences for either yard. The horses, you know, their pasture was out behind the house, but anyway, occasionally Gretchen would get out, which I never understood how that happened with a fucking pen. But it did. And the first time Gretchen got out and attacked Sandy in our yard, and I'm sure it was a two-party confrontation, Gretchen probably wandered over and Sandy stood his ground, just as Bravo. Bravo would not stand his ground. First he'd go up in their face and sniff, and then usually what's always happened is other dogs get pissed because he stands in their face. And anyway, the first time, lots of money, lots of stitches, put Sandy back together. And he was not a young dog anyway. Second time in the rain that it happened. And anyway, and I told my mother, I said, Mother, you know, Sandy was ripped open and his, you know, stomach was ripped open, same as it had been the first time. And so it wasn't a throat thing. It was his middle that Gretchen had gone after. And pouring rain, my sisters, myself, my mother were all a mess. And it's like, no, it's the middle of the night. You need to get the pistol. And anyway, it was horrible. It was horrific. The people came over from next door, well, your fucking apology really doesn't matter because now it is really 40 years later, and I still, the whole scene is completely imprinted on my brain from my sisters being totally traumatized. People, Bravo, stop. Totally throwing that word around. However, they were. And It certainly wasn't fucking pleasant for me. No, we're not going backwards. Now, come on. You'll have plenty of opportunity to graze. Attaboy. And so anyway, I really did consider getting him a coyote vest. Nope, nope, it's yuck. For that reason, because of the neighborhood where the house is. Nope. Further down. Attaboy. Oh, there's your bud. Bravo, there's your buddy. Hi, cutie. It's very kind of you to come out and say good morning to us. Or are you just keeping an eye out on the property? Huh? And, so anyway. Yeah, moving right along. So whenever it comes to little dogs with big attitudes, that has never left me. Stay, stay. And Bravo doesn't have a big attitude until he's attacked. Okay, come along. Which, I mean, that's fucking survival is what that is. Good spot, bud. So hopefully this collar will improve his chances of not being taken out easily if it should happen, and giving me time to help intervene. Because he will never be out and about by himself. Well, except in the backyard, and even then, hopefully I'll have it secured enough. Hold up. The plan is to have it secured enough that nothing can get to him, or minimize the chances of any dogs getting to. Okay. So I'm hoping he's happy enough in his yard, and that we take enough walks outside his yard that he doesn't feel the need to do so on his own. We'll see. It will be an adventure. Oh, man, those little flowers. I wonder if they're sweet peas. Huh. They just remind me of little miniature orchids. Not too far ahead, bud. I'm moving, but not real fast. Yesterday, what started out as a little bit of some tension in my neck that's been going on for a couple of days. I'm not seeing anything, bud. What are you seeing? Nope, nope. You stay over. Stay. Oh, I do see a trail. Yeah, we got some kind of trail going up there. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go. Bus gas pipeline. Well, cover. It's not the actual pipeline, obviously. And, whoa, brake lights, bud. Better hurry up. Get up here. Attaboy. Well, the water's finally going down a bit. Oh, feels good this morning, Bravo. Good thing we got out when we did, though. Today, Lord only knows what the humidity's supposed to be. But our high today is 89. Geez. We're going to be using some AC today. What the hell? Did somebody trim the peony bush? What a dumbass. Hold on. Okay. Somebody break into a lock? Huh? Whoa, hold on. Over, over. Come on, up here. Over, over. Stay, stay, stay. Thank you. Okay, come on. Good baby. Hold on. Okay. Oh, that's surprising. Usually they clean that out quicker. But there's something odd about this road as far as ownership within the city limits. I don't know what sections of it are evidently privately owned. Anyway, it's something odd that I've heard about from more than one person. And that only one of them actually had a vested interest in talking about it. And so anyway. Good pace, bud. Thank you. So yesterday, I have this damned headache. Well, before I had the headache, I just had the tension in my neck, which had gone on for a couple of days, and Mark is fantastic, and he's so good at manipulation and everything, and easing it, more so than me just doing things like popping my neck, which is impossible to not do without even paying attention, just doing it out of habit to relieve pressure. Well, anyway, and the beauty of that is some nasty ass water, Bravo. There is fuel, there is everything, and I don't even know what the hell. Jeez. I don't even know what all the hell is in that water. I don't want you in that water. No. Come on. Come on. Looks like shit that'll rot your feet off. Oh my God. Get my environmental shit here. No wonder they're one of the leading states in this country whenever it comes to birth defects. Anyway. Hold on. And have been for over 50 years. Over here. Let's see, this state, Louisiana, Mississippi. I think Louisiana is really one of the worst. Along with this one. But anyway. The joys of hopefully someday's menopause, because even at 58, I am technically still in perimenopause because I'm still cycling. And one thing I had not had that I used to have during my 30s regularly were premenstrual headaches that were massive, and hoped for a little relief, but never really. The only way they'd go away is to take a lot of ibuprofen. Nope. Over. Over. Bravo. Over. Stay. Good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Go to sleep and hope that it eased up. You know, if I needed to, take something to help me sleep. But nope, 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 nope. Nope. Now come on. This is a good spot. You can graze, you can poo, you can have a little party here. Yeah, you're just smelling her, aren't you? That's all right. Well, we went to visit his friends that I had not met. And lovely people. Lovely people. And, I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe 20 years older than I am. And maybe a generation older than Mark. And, no, further down. You know that. Hold on. Okay. And They live off grid. Very cool. Solar, water reclamation, everything. Nope. Come on now. Let's go. Yeah, I said it once. That was enough. There you go. Okay. No bridge. Again. Oh, wow. The lilies are doing great. Oh, love lilies. But anyway, I wasn't trying to be antisocial. Didn't want to be antisocial. Don't think I truly was. However, the pain started getting to me. And originally, Mark had told me we were going for a brief visit. After 2 hours, it was like, I think I've done all I can. And without becoming, stay still, stay still, stay. Attaboy, good, good. Thank you. Okay. So anyway, and we did leave, and it wasn't until we were coming back that he really realized that I was in pain. And that's no shortcoming of his, because unlike him, I don't express pain. And I mean, to me it seems evident. I'm not talking. I'm, avoiding light in my eyes, things like that. Hold on. Hold on. Over here, Bravo. Come here. That looks raised a little bit. What the hell? Okay, good. It's good and locked. Okay. All right, come on. Just want to make sure. Bravo, come along. Attaboy. And, so anyway, and it was one of those, sometimes I don't think it matters the source of the pain, but for me, it's only been pain in my head that's ever been strong enough to make me vomit. No, take that back. Labor a million years ago, I vomited a lot, but I don't know if that was pain or just my body purging to get rid of anything that wasn't necessary at the time. And so anyway, I didn't say anything, which is unfair. I realize it's unfair. That I was like, oh, the windy road, let's slow down just a little bit, because really don't want to upchuck, because it's just going to make my eyes feel like they're popping out and make my head hurt worse. But I did okay. We get back, and he said, why don't we just stay here tonight? And he said, and then I realized it's Wednesday, which is when we stay at the shop anyway. And that sounded great. Well, nope. Further down. Late in the afternoon, my girlfriend had gone over to the house to work yesterday, because she's amazing whenever it comes to knowing what's actually a value and what's junk. Well, she messaged me in the afternoon and she said, what time do you close? And she just didn't remember. And I told her, smelling gas this morning. We hadn't smelled the gas in a while, bud. And I told her, I said, however, Mark and I are going somewhere. Whoa. As soon as I closed. And she was like, darn, I wanted to show you what I've done. And I said, well, put me on video, show me. And she did. Holy shit. She is a genius. Come on. She is one of those people with a talent for organizing and decorating and all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, I was near tears. She completely cleaned out my sunroom so that I can put my hide-a-bed in there. And, well, I had already expressed how excited I am about the sunroom, which she lovingly took to heart. Completely cleared it out, which involved moving all kinds of crap, tables, chairs, a full-size sofa. Okay, sniff away. To make room for my hide-a-bed and whatever chair I decide to have in there for my relaxing, knitting, and enjoying the sunroom. And the hide-a-bed for me temporarily until I have the house set up. Until I have my bedroom set up and everything. And get off of John's ass. I will kick your ass if you hurt my buddy. Man's 93 years old. Leave him alone. Oh, jackhole. Anyway, he's already forgotten more than you've ever known. So anyway, the sunroom is totally ready, completely bare and empty of everything and ready for me to put my things in there, which will probably include the girls' kitty tower, because I know they're going to love it in there. And I heard that. Somebody saw you too, bud. I bet he was scared. He saw your collar. He was scared. Enough now. No, now heel. Heel. Bravo. There we go. Good. And then she went up to the second floor, which is where the bedrooms are. Oh my God. The smallest bedroom, which I'd already said that there's a twin bed downstairs in the dining area that I think because senior people and somebody, at least one person was not in good health, they had it downstairs, to not do stairs. And she had taken that twin bed upstairs to the small bedroom, completely decorated things with things that are in the house. And I have stayed in B&B rooms that were not half so nice as what she did in that small bedroom. I mean, I really was. Near tears. Absolutely near tears. She is a sorceress. Magical woman. Insane skills. Stay still.